What's up guys, Braden here with SuperATV, and today we're going to be showing you how to install SuperATV's full windshield on this Can-Am Maverick R. So let's get right to it. First thing we're going to do is remove the corner hardware out of our roof. We can go ahead and grab our hardware, then do the same thing for the opposite side. So now what we're going to do is grab our upper portion of our windshield as well as the lower portion. We're going to want to make sure that our brackets on our lower portion of the windshield are on the inside. And we want to make sure the bracket on the upper portion is on the inside. And what we're going to do is take it and line the holes up on the lower portion to the upper portion. So just like this here. And then our hardware is going to come through the bottom. So it's going to be from the outside of the windshield coming in. We're going to use the M6 by 20 millimeter hardware that's in the kit that already has a sealing washer on it. So what we do, go to the front side of the windshield, pop the hardware through to the inside, and then take one of our M6 nylock nuts and go ahead and start them. We're going to get them all started down through here except for the edges. So the outermost holes, we're not going to put any hardware in those quite yet. I'm going to continue going down through here real quick, get all these in. Once they're all in, we can go ahead and tighten these up. Now that all these are started, we'll go ahead and take a 4 millimeter Allen and a 10 millimeter socket and tighten them all up. Now we're going to grab our bulb seal and we're going to install it all the way around our windshield. One thing you want to make sure of is that the bulb portion of the seal is going towards the inside. So you want to make sure that the bulb portion is facing towards all of your bracketry on the inside of the windshield. Before we can install our bulb seal, what we're going to need to do is peel back our protective film off of the edge. So just go around the windshield, pull it back off the edge. Once we have it peeled back, I'm just going to go ahead and grab my seal and start it right in the center of the upper portion of the windshield. You can do it on the bottom or the top, either way. I like to do it on the top, that way my seam is hidden. So start right in the center. I'm going to go ahead and just start it by hand there. And then all this is an air hammer. We're just going to go around and use this to install our seal. This is absolutely acceptable to do. The biggest thing is you just don't want to damage the seal. You don't want to put it on crooked because it'll bend it to where it's not going to stay on there properly. You can use a dead blow or some sort of a mallet to do this as well, whatever you want to do, or you can put it on by hand, totally up to you. Today we're using this. So once you get to this point here where the seal meets, all you need to do is just cut it to where it seams up nicely, and then just go around and make sure that your bulb seal is fully seated all the way around the windshield. Now we're going to grab our upper brackets and our long Allen-headed hardware. So we want our bracket to lay like this. There's obviously going to be a left and a right. You just want to make sure that whatever side you're installing it on first, it looks like so. And then you just take your hardware, run it through the cage, line it up like that. We'll grab our M8 nylock nut to put on the inside. And these are adjustable, so you do not want to fully tighten them quite yet. So we'll just leave it like that, then go to the opposite side and do the exact same thing. So it should look just like so. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our clamps, and we're just going to want to separate them. There's two 5mm Allen-headed bolts in the clamp. Just go ahead and remove that. I like to grab one of the bags out of the hardware kit to install my clamp. All that's going to do is just not tear the cage up, and then I just like to wiggle it right off. That way we don't put a scratch on the cage as we're sliding it over. We're going to put this clamp on, and then we're going to go to the opposite side, put that clamp on. So once this clamp is kind of halfway where it needs to be, go ahead and grab your hardware, and I like to just go ahead and get it started in there. And we're not tightening it, like I said, we're just starting it that way it's started for us. One less thing we have to worry about once our bracket is installed here. Just doing this. Make sure the SuperATV is facing the correct way. We try to make these clamps with some hardware that's a little bit longer. That way it makes it easier for you to install the hardware. So we'll just let this sit right here. And then we're going to grab our bracketry that attaches to this. So now what we're going to do is grab our bracket. This bracket needs to face like this towards the outside. We're going to have a small M6 screw and then a small M8 screw as well that are going to go through the holes on the bracket into the threaded holes in the clamp. Just line that up. Thread them in. We're just going to hand start these. Once they're hand started, we'll just repeat the same steps for the opposite side. So it'll be just like this once you have everything set up. Just like so, all your brackets squared away. It's time to install the windshield to the machine. Just gonna take our windshield, lay it on the machine, then we're gonna position it up underneath the roof. Now what we're gonna do is take our long hardware, and it's gonna slide through our windshield and thread into our bracket that we installed. And we're going to do the same thing with our bracketry down here on the bottom. Just line up the threaded bracket with the hole. Now we're just repeating the same steps over here on the opposite side. Now we're going to go to the inside and install our straps to the upper portion of the windshield. You just have to come on the inside of the unit, slide them up. Like so. Strap them around. Do that for both sides. And you can go ahead and tie back on your factory straps if you loosened them up. So now that the windshield's installed to the machine, all you're gonna do is go through, make any final adjustments you may need to do, which we're gonna do now, and then go through and fully tighten the hardware, and then you can remove both sides of the protective film. Once you've done that, that's all there is to it to install SuperATV's full windshield on this Can-Am Maverick R. Be sure to check the description below to pick yours up today, and while you're there, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.